Discovering who you are today is the first step to being who you will be tomorrow. Join Deborah Powell and Barry O'Donnell on a step-by-step journey into finding your Heartlight, a podcast series of self-exploration and discovery. Are you ready to become the best version of you? Hi everyone, and welcome again to Finding Your Heartlight. And today's episode is a really fabulous one. I'm Deb. I'll introduce Barry very shortly, but how to believe in yourself. Self-belief, it's a really interesting topic, and it's one that quite often is very hard to achieve because we have so many doubts and so many challenges and obstacles that can deplete who we truly are and who we believe we are. And who we believe we are when others say this. So it's a really fabulous episode that I'm looking forward to sharing with Barry and sharing with you and having you with us on this journey. I'll just let Barry introduce himself and we'll kick today's episode off.
Hi, everyone. For those of you who are just jumping onto our series, don't know who Deb and I are yet, I'm Barry. I'm coming to you from Alberta, Canada. This journey is about finding your Heartlight. This journey is about walking you through in easy steps to get back to who you really are, to reconnect with your authenticity and find your own Heartlight so you can shine again. We've walked you through language. We've taken you through a pause button and went into giving yourself credit and acknowledging yourself for your skills and experiences that you've learned throughout life. And all of that was to set you up for today, to set you up to realize you now have the language that you need and a mindset to look at your past experiences, to start believing in yourself, to start eliminating those self-doubts that you've been carrying around and that other people have been throwing at you. I've had a lot of conversations with people about self-doubt, and I bring it back around to, well, self-doubt is usually externally influenced. When we start listening to other people telling us how we should live our lives and that we're doing things right or we're doing things wrong or that we're never going to succeed, and it erodes away at our own self-confidence. When you go back to giving yourself credit for what you've been through, what you survived, what you've accomplished, despite all these naysayers and the ones who tried to pull you down and take the life out of you, you'll start to see that you can do this. You can look at things from a different perspective, which is going to naturally increase your self-confidence. To build your confidence is just do whatever you say you're going to do, no matter how big or small. If you're really lacking self-confidence, commit to some small things, but do them, because that's enough to make you feel better that you're making the right things. And when you start doing what you say you're going to do, you start telling yourself and your brain that, yes, you're quite capable of doing whatever you say you want to do. So many people, they say, well, nobody believes in me. I say, well, do you believe in you? Because it starts with you. If you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect other people to believe in you? Believing in yourself has a way of just exuding some confidence, of actually letting your light shine, about not making yourself small. When you just believe in yourself, you don't have to be arrogant or say, no, people have to see me because I'm so good at this. You just need to believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. And believe that even if it doesn't work out the way you plan on it, you'll figure out a way to get it done. That's just belief. That's the way it gets going. And there's so much power in believing in yourself. Like, that's why I think this is a great next step for people.
Absolutely. Quite often we can be heavily influenced by what others think if we are in a state of not truly believing in ourselves. So we do look outside ourselves for that external validation and what people think, and quite often it can guide us in the wrong way. So when it comes to believing in ourselves, it's like, if you don't now, where do I start? Where do I start? And that can also create a lot of overwhelm, because it's like, if we've listened to other people and their opinions, then quite often we're trying to do something we feel that they will see this, wow, you've done a good job, and that will give us the sense of self-belief. But quite often that could be the wrong way to go. And so what I really love to be able to help with is to find your own strengths, to find something that you really enjoy. And it doesn't really matter what it is. It actually doesn't matter what it is. But the things, if we start with the things that we enjoy, the things that we know that we've done well at before, or we are good at, or to really look at what our strengths are, because I think our strengths play a really important part in the belief in ourselves. So it's gauging what our strengths are, not what others think we're strong at, because everybody sees everybody differently. It's a different perspective of what we see. So have a look within yourself, and rather than the overwhelm of all these things, I like to just select one. Select one thing that you would love to just start with. Take it small, because if we can start small and achieve success in something we do, learning new things, because everything in life is about growing. Growth takes time. So we don't need to achieve everything straight away. You just need to believe in who you are, believe in what you do, believe in your strengths, and just take those things a day at a time. And again, any small thing that you do in a day, it's sit down and look at it and go, I did really well today. It's hard sometimes to have that courage to really get out there and do something and take that first step, but it is vitally important, and it is a beautiful feeling within. And this is what you want, that inner emotional feeling of, I did this. I really did this. So yeah, I love the self-belief is such an important thing, and I think it's a lot about trusting our own decisions and what we do.
Exactly, Deb. I look at this, and when I talk to people about believing in themselves, you realize that, as you believe in yourself and trust yourself, it becomes a lot easier to be able to focus on things. Focus on your goals or your objectives. Focus on what it is that you want to do. You can decide what it is. And you're right, Deb. Pick something that you're good at. Focus on your strengths.
Yeah.
I remember talking to a lady a couple of months ago, and at a point in her life, and she's saying, look, I have no idea who I am anymore. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I want to do anymore. And just a few minutes later, as we're just having general conversations like this here, where you say, well, what do you remember doing it like? What made you happy? And all of a sudden she starts talking about, I used to do art and I like that. So there you go. We found one thing already. It only took a couple of minutes. So it really doesn't take a lot of time. It takes a matter of just letting go of all those thoughts and the garbage that people feed you. Because people want to hold you at their level.
Yeah.
This process you're going through of growing, you have to be prepared to lose some people along the way. So this is a great point in time that just believe in yourself, believe you're on the right path, believe that you can do it, believe that you're worth it. Your focus, your confidence, your self-esteem, the ability to tune out other people's opinions and focus on your own, because this isn't belief in others, this is belief in self. Now, believe in yourself, and nobody else knows what your life is like. It doesn't matter how much you share, because I highly doubt you're going to give me 100% of all the details. And even if you do, I'm going to relate to those details through the experiences I've had, not the experience you've had and the way you look at them. So nobody knows the life that you've lived. Nobody can judge you for it. You make your own decisions based on what is best for you. And the more you start making these decisions, just believe that even if you don't get the result you want, you still got a result. You still learn something from it. You can still make changes and just try again. But just believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like, say, you've survived everything you've been through this point in time. So you have no evidence to say you can't handle whatever you have comes at you going forward. So just look at that, look from that angle, and look at the power of believing in yourself, and start to imagine how different life's going to be going forward if you believe that you're capable of doing something instead of believing that you can't do it.
That's a big difference, yes. I find some people give up before they even try because, yeah, but I can't do that. For some reason, we tend to think because we're adults, we're expected to know everything. So if something's proposed to us, you know, to do something, and we literally don't know how to do it, we've automatically failed because I don't know. And this is where I think the importance of asking for help is also vitally important. And so it's all blended in, I think, with each other. We're not expected to know everything. It's a great thing to be able to ask others, but don't be held back by certain opinions that you get. As Barry, as you said, Barry, it's having belief in yourself, having people around you that are supportive of things, particularly in the early stages where we do need that little bit more confidence. By finding those people that go, I think that's great. Go and do it. And if you fall down the first time, or if you want to use the word fail the first time, it doesn't matter what word you use, know that you can get back up. And it's okay, because that's how we learn. Because we can't be expected to know everything to start with, so it means it's not going to always work. Therefore, now I know what not to do, or that little bit I'll change, because it's like putting a square block into a round hole. It's not going to work the first time. You may eventually pound it in there, but what will happen? That square block will end up looking round. So you've actually changed it. You've made changes, and this is what we need to do in life. We do need to tweak things to gain that, and always say, wow, I've thought of a different way. This is great. Oh, well done. This is really good that I can think of these things, and I can keep trying. And then you'll get there, and it's all believing in yourself and go, wow, I've done this. This is great. In fact, I could always do this. I always knew how to do this. I always knew I could do this. Where along the lines did I think I couldn't? Just keep trying, keep growing, keep learning, and reassuring yourself all the time.
I love people that are willing to try things.
Yeah.
Yep. You can challenge yourself to name something that you were good at the very first time you tried it. And I'm going to say good luck with that. Whether it was the first, when you started to walk, although you may not remember that point in time, when you started to learn any sport, when you started to ride a bike, or when you started driving, the first time you danced, you probably felt like the world was watching you and you felt silly or you didn't want to do it. But at some point in time, you got the courage to try it. And then you tried it again, and you tried it again, and you tried it again. I can tell you there's a lot of people that have been driving cars for 40 years, but would I say they're a good driver? No. But they've been driving for 40 years. I'm just using that as an example. Just because you do something, you don't have to be the world's best at it. You don't have to be an expert at it. You just got to do it to your own level of competency. That's it. That's all. And as long as you're driving to your ability or riding to your ability or whatever you want to pick up, knitting, baseball, pick anything, playing pool. If you're going to your ability, you can believe that you're doing as good as you're capable of. You may say, I think I could be better. Well, if you want to think that, what do you need to do to get there? Start believing you can get there if you put in that effort. So much of this is looking at your life and using your lifetime of experiences. No matter what your age is, you've got a lifetime of experience here already. So maybe you couldn't do something 5 years ago, doesn't mean you can't do it today. If you want to do it, believe you've got it within you to at least give it a try. An honest try, though. You can't start something saying, no, I'm not going to fail it. I know I'm not going to be able to do this, because guess what? You're going to be right, because you're going to want to prove yourself right. Believe that you can do this. Maybe it won't be pretty, but you can do it. And then you can congratulate yourself for trying.
When you believe in something, when you believe in you, what other people think shouldn't matter. We shouldn't allow others to prevent us from leading the life we want, leading the life of things that we enjoy doing. This is the only time in your life you can do these things. That's today, now, to just believe in who you are, get out there and do it, and not worry what the hell anyone else thinks. Because it doesn't. It's not going to affect their life. Their life isn't going to change by what you do or don't do. So stop allowing others in preventing you from following your passion, believing in yourself, and getting out there and living life.
I love the passion you had in your voice when you were talking like that. It's a beautiful thing when people believe in themselves and have that confidence. It is magnetizing to other people, is a good way to put that. From the way I see the world anyway. Believing in yourself, you'll become unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Yep. Like you said with kids, bring out your inner child, that child that would put tie a towel around their neck and pretend they're a superhero. That is unstoppable. That is fearless. That is going for it. They don't care what you think about them, because it's because in their mind, it is a cape and they are a superhero. There's that kind of belief. Now, believe it or not, at one time in your life, you believed in yourself that strongly. It's as you grew out of it because of the external influences in your life. So we're bringing you back to yourself, getting you back to reconnect with your authentic self, that inner superhero. And whatever your superpower is, or you want to pretend it to be, whatever it looks like for you, just let that shine. Believe that's who you are, and that's who you'll be.
An important step for us all to get to is that belief in self. And the world is yours.
You're right, Deb. When you said people don't care whether you succeed or not, or whether you fail. Not a great word, but you try something, doesn't work out the way you envisioned, the way you planned it. Okay, let's revise the plan. Or maybe it's just something you need to do a little bit differently. But just edit and try again. Try again. You will succeed if you keep trying.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to alter something. If one thing isn't working, try something different, but you will succeed. Focus on your end goal. Believe that you can do it. And who cares if nobody else believes in you? They're not going through your journey. They're not working as hard as you are to get the results that you want. They have their own life. They have their own concerns. They have their own issues and challenges and struggles to believe in themselves too. So just be you, do you, believe in you, because I believe in you and I believe you're worth it. Next week, we're going to start talking about self-care. Very, very valuable, very, very important. I believe that you're ready to take that step.
I believe they are too.
Okay. So on that note, we shall wrap up for this evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you're listening to this right now. We're going to bring the session to a close. We're going to wish you all a fabulous day. Believe in yourself and let yourself shine. And then you're already well on your journey to finding your heart light.
Certainly are. That shine, make it come from the inside and glow so bright that no one can dim it. Cheers until next week. It's been wonderful to have you with us. Please check out our Facebook group, Finding Your Heartlight. And any questions, any shares you'd like, we're always looking forward to whatever you can share with us and all your comments. And thanks so much once again for listening. Thanks so much, Barry. I will see you on our next episode.
Thanks, Deb. Be well.
Thanks. Cheers.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.